Okay, so I've
Thank
just
you.
clicked on recording is in progress.
Perfect.
Okay, so we are live on the Talent Spotlight podcast with Veronique Pierre. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great. It's Pierre. It's like Peter in
yeah,
French.
yeah,
Pierre. Here we go.
yeah. On there. So yes, and how are you today, Veronique?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. And just I've checked your website. You do loads of stuff. I mean, it's just not one hat which you wear. You wear loads of hats. And we had, like I was saying off air, we had planned this quite a while ago, that we would do this in September. What have you been up to?
It's been a crazy summer. Well, with COVID, of course, I was affected in some areas like a lot of people. At the same time,
Yeah,
COVID brought me to re-embrace old passions. So I kind of seeded different seeds everywhere during COVID. Like I was lucky. I lacked works, especially more during December to March, April kind of thing. So
right.
I spread some seeds and everything started blooming at the same time. So it's been a crazy summer.
Yeah,
So like you said, you went on my website. So for people who are listening, so basically I'm a multidisciplinary artist. And yes, I do wear many artistic hats if we want. Visual artist, figure skating choreographer specializing in theatrical expression on ice,
wow.
back into acting and producing. And what else? I teach yoga also on the side. So
Wow.
yeah.
That's really good. Uh, so which is the one which is taking more of your time? What is the profession?
Truly,
Yeah,
it's hard to say. Before COVID, it was yoga. I actually had a very good yoga career in the last 8 years. Like literally, you Google me, you find me. In French, it was mostly in French. But COVID brought me some enlightenments on some areas of my life. And I would say right now it's more 50-50 between yoga and figure skating. Figure skate,
right,
I left figure skating about 10 years ago when I moved to LA as an actress. And when I came back, I decided not to go back to it because the world had changed. The figure skating world had changed a lot. And also, I just needed to try something else. But two
right.
years ago, I had two different teams who came back to me and begged me to come back. It's never been the same since you've been gone. And first, I was like, no, I don't know what I need to like. I needed to do some kind of recertification because it had changed and all. But finally, I went secretly to research what I would need to do. And finally, I just had one online course to do. So I came back to figure skating, and that was a big celebration from the community, which I'm so thankful for.
Yeah,
And of course, with COVID, we were affected a little, but now our federation and Skate Canada have been amazing at installing strong, healthy, safety ways of working. So we're back, and it's reblooming a lot and very quickly. So I'm grateful for that.
oh yeah, that's absolutely great to know that. And we all know what yoga does. I mean, yoga is obviously probably one of the best. I was speaking this about someone else as well. The yoga is one of the best things, and especially during the COVID times, yoga
Yeah,
has probably helped a lot of people
yeah,
because a lot of people have suffered a lot of stress. They've lost their jobs. Lots of stuff's been happening everywhere. So yoga is, I think, I would say yoga or any other thing which is helping you
yeah.
stress-wise. It really something like that is very, I think, important to do at the moment, especially now.
Yoga and meditation. I hear a lot of
Meditation, yes,
people like in the fitness world, like that started meditating during COVID because yeah, they were about to become
Yeah.
crazy, you know, in brackets. No, of course. I mean, it's interesting on my side, you know, I've always wanted to go have a big ashram experience in India. And I actually took those first 2 months of COVID where everything was literally on hold. Like and me, for the people who don't know, I'm also a caregiver. So I live in a retirement building with my mother because I'm taking care of her. So it was even
Wow.
more severe. We were not even allowed for 2 months to go walk in the streets. We were allowed to walk only around our building. And I
Right.
took that as my kind of ashramic experience. You know, I would meditate twice a day, did the whole big cleaning with consciousness of the house. I did a lot of work during those 2 months. And I shared some videos, of course, with my community on how to approach this COVID time. Of course, I'm always about letting people absorb whatever they want to absorb. It's not about implementing an idea into someone. But yeah, like you said, I think they were great time. It was a great time to either start meditation or just continue evolve in it, you know.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Definitely. I think personally, I would say yoga or something which is helping you. But obviously, if you've been doing it for a long time, even before that, then I guess it's a routine thing. Then you don't need to, learn something.
And it helped. Most of us, a lot of us had the tools to deal with the stress and the unknown. Like often we're afraid of the unknown. That's basically it. So a lot of
Yeah,
us had the
that's true.
tools to deal with that if we
Yeah.
were from the yoga world, you know? So yeah, it was a very interesting time for that. Do you practice yoga yourself?
I don't practice yoga myself, but I practice Tai Chi,
Oh,
which
great.
which is similar in it. If you do it slowly, it is like a meditation. It's a stress reliever.
Yeah.
So I do that nearly every day. Most days I do it. Probably 5 out of 7 days I do it. So I've been yeah. So I used to take Tai Chi classes a long time ago from a Tai Chi instructor. So yeah, so that really helped me during the COVID times. That's one of the main things I think. And spirituality and Tai Chi, these two things helped me a lot
Yes. Yes.
to
Yes.
get out to get out of it because I was working from home. Obviously, this I launched this about uh, 4 or 5 months ago as a passion to do something in the podcasting world and do something which, but not something which loads of people are doing. Do something as unique and concentrating on talent and trying to launch the female talent and help them and give them a platform, that kind of stuff. So that was the idea behind this. But yeah, so this so as I was working from home, it was like, am I just going to look at the walls all day long? you know, and if I didn't have that, then I don't know what would happen to me.
Good for
So
you. That's what COVID brought a lot to people to do. You know, personally, I'm not a
yeah,
visual artist by formation, but I've always loved art. I didn't
yeah,
practice it for years. So it brought me, I mean, actually being a caregiver brought me to restart art, but COVID brought me the courage to just assume myself and be, oh my God, when I do art, it nourishes me. So it's important to do nourishing activities that nourishes the soul, the mind, the spirit. And like you, like congrats to putting out this new project and connecting with the world, you know.
it is something new. I mean, I was doing other stuff before, but it was like I had lost that passion towards that, and I wanted to do something new,
Mm-hmm.
and something which I thought, yeah, this is making a bit of a difference, hopefully. So something which will make a difference, but it's not. I'm doing something, and I'm doing something similar to 10 about 300 people in the podcasting. With there's loads of podcasts out there, and
Yeah.
how do you make it be different from somebody else, and while making a difference in the world as well at the same time, when it comes to helping people in the talent world. So it was those two factors. So it took me a while to figure out how would I go about doing it? But now it's about promoting it, and that's another thing altogether. That's another challenge altogether now. On there, but yeah, it's good to have challenges. Because if you don't have a target, you don't have a challenge what to do, then I think life becomes boring, and repetition is not good. You need challenges, goals,
Absolutely.
and stuff. And yeah, so it's become a passion, and you could say a hobby as well at the same time. But yeah, like you said, you're an actor. Because I don't say actresses or stuff. What I say is actors, because women and men, they both are actors, really.
Yes.
Rather
In English, we often say actor too,
actors,
more than actress. Like in LA,
because
we would often say actor, even for women.
yeah, exactly. Because I don't think there should be a difference between a man and a woman by saying, okay, she's an actress, he's an actor. Okay, maybe for the title credits or the TV credits, you would say that maybe. But obviously, other than that, it is just about both are giving the best, and you're performing and you're entertaining people, which is not an easy thing to do in the first place. Exactly, and obviously, and the first, and then when it goes to the people and it reaches them, then it's about the feedback, it's about the ratings and everything, which goes with the TV. So what kind of stuff have you gone into in the TV world? And is it in English, or is it in a different different language, or?
Well, my career has been split in two because I stopped for 10 years. So I'll talk about the first part, which was
Okay.
up to about, what are we? We're 2021. So I would say up to about 2008. It was mostly, actually, I did only one big, I did one role in a kids TV show in Canada, and it was filmed in French and in English, which was one of the first product to do this, because here we have, I mean, Canada is mostly English, but we have one province, which is Quebec, which is in French. So this was one of the first project that was filming in both languages. I mostly did theater in those years, and in English. I was, I don't know if you've heard in America and in Canada, it's happened too. We talk more and more about diversity, about using more and more diversity on TV and representing all ethnic backgrounds. In Canada, or especially in Quebec, it was a huge problem. And for me, I was lucky enough that the English side had what we call the Black Theater Workshop, and they made me live. I mean, they gave me so much contracts in my first years after graduating. But yes, it's true. There were not a lot of contracts when you were an ethnic back then. Now I'm back since about 2-3 years. My agent, who's a friend of mine, also kept telling me, Vero, come back. They're celebrating diversity. You're going to work. I know it. And I was like, no, I had such a big yoga career. I didn't have time to audition.
Yeah.
But when COVID happened, I gave her a call and I said, well, let's do this. I mean, it's time. It's now or never, And yes, I actually do see a big difference. I mean, 15-20 years ago, I would audition 3 to 5 times a year only for TV. As of now, I've been back for 10 months. I've had about 15 auditions, and I'm already filming my 4th contract right now. So there is a huge difference. It is big, like crazy. But I'm coming back small. Of course, I have to redo a name. So right now I'm filming in a movie. It's a French movie for kids, but I'm what we call a mute role. So I'm an identified character. I'm the mother of one of the principal roles. So I'm not necessarily talking. I can have 1 or 2 lines, but I'm reacting mostly to things she says. But I'm identified. So it's not like extra work where you're just in the background, So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. I mean, wow, doing so many auditions.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it shows like you said, it shows how TV has evolved since the time then till now, where you've had to audition so many times. for different stuff, and the market is so big now. I think the TV world is very, very competitive, like music and other places. It's very competitive now.
Absolutely.
On there, but it's great that you have got a lot of projects lined up on there. Is there anything you can reveal regarding the other projects?
If there's anything I what?
Anything you can reveal regarding your forthcoming project?
No, unfortunately. I mean, right now I'm on also a TV publicity, but you guys won't see it in India, but it's playing right now in Quebec also. No, unfortunately, that's the thing. We're not allowed. It's very controlled now. We're not allowed to take pictures to post on our
Wow.
social networks for now because yeah, I mean, they're trying to protect the rights and protect their creative process, which I totally understand and respect, you know. So now I can't reveal on that
Is
side. I
it,
cannot reveal. I cannot reveal
could you,
anything else, I don't think.
fair enough. And we can understand that. But can you reveal then what language is it going to be in?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie is going to be in French. It's a French Canadian movie. It's going to be for kids also.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
French Canadian. Okay. No
And I
worries.
guess I can't even say it's called, well, in French, it's called Pas de chicane dans ma cabane,
Okay.
which means no quarrel in my house, but it's like an expression we have when we're kids, you know? So yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that seems very interesting on that. Is it any, without giving anything away, is there any rough date on when this is going to be released yet? Or?
Actually, I forgot. I wanted to ask them this Tuesday. I was filming and I forgot. But my feeling is it's either going to be, because the way I read it, it's either going to be released this winter or next spring, summer. I have a feeling. It's my feeling. But now, unfortunately, I don't have the release date. But it's going to be a great movie. Like I read the whole script. It's really fun. It's great. It's a fun, great idea. So.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah. I'll
Great.
send you a link about the director if ever you want.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
If you want to read about it, yeah.
Yeah, definitely send the link on there. And who knows, may try to get you on after the film releases or something like that.
Sure.
So we can discuss about the film and stuff. So yeah, so regarding that, so one is that, and what about your other projects which you are working on?
Well, I just finished last spring my first full art collection, which is called the Molecule Collection.
Okay.
And being spiritual, I guess you're gonna dig it a little.
Yes.
So it's basically based on positive states of mind. So let's say pleasure or love. And I would meditate on that and I would start feeling a movement and I would draw a movement. And so it's a very minimalist artwork, but you can feel movement and it's very, very colorful. It's ink on paper. It's colorful. It's great. I've had great reviews on it from people who follow me. So now I'm trying to get my first exhibit. I was supposed to have a one-day exhibition on September 25th, but I'm going to be on the film set I just talked about. So I was not able to commit to that, but I'm trying to work and to find a place to have my first art exhibit. I already sold 2 paintings online.
Wow.
So I'm working that too on the side. So yeah, that's fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's absolutely great. So it shows that, like I was saying, you don't have one hat. You've got loads of hats there. You're trying different areas in the entertainment, and art is also creative, very creative. So how long have you been into the art area?
Well, I think I've always been an artist in mind, but the visual arts, it's only been since last October, November, I would say. So it's not even a year yet. That I'm assuming myself as a total artist, of course. I did some painting classes when I was a teenager, and then I picked back up the brushes. Well, it was more pencil then 3 years ago for fun.
Right.
But I am assuming, I've joined association, I've joined um, Etsy, of course, to sell my art on it. So, it's about um, appreciating the process, and it's a learning process, just the whole business side of art too, which I'm enjoying a lot, really, to learn like how it's made and what's happening and how much galleries take and all of that. It's like I've always loved to learn. Like I remember at age 19, I used to tell my mom, I want to win at the lottery, not to have a big house, but I would study all my life. I
Yeah.
love learning. So yeah, so it's great to learn to wear different hats, because it allows you to maybe not fall in a routine or not fall in a comfort zone. You often have to walk from one hat to the other, and there's always something new or something to push further from all the activities I work in.
Yeah. So regarding the stuff you do with the art, so your time is spent a lot, obviously now, with the art and obviously the exhibitions and getting that, so you can showcase it to loads of people, and then obviously there's your film work as well. So is it most of your time spent on the art now, or are you
No,
dividing time?
it varies seasons to seasons. Like literally, like right now, I'm really into figure skating because it's the important seasons before the competition start. So
Right.
I'm working a lot in figure skating. I have my movie. Movies vary. In Canada, I would say, though, in Quebec, because of our winters, we work mostly from March to November. In skating, I'm going to be really busy from April to December. And the art,
Oh,
I'm gonna do the art between those moments. I mean, I can still do it right now on weekends, when like right now I have a commissioned work, which means it's a private order. So I'm gonna work on that once in a while during weekends. But the art, I would say, I'm probably my big periods are December, then spring and summer, because my other activities slow down. So that's what's great too. Like my year is filled with fluctuations of
oh,
intense work in some of my activities and less intensity in other activities. So it's
yeah.
about it's about going with the flow, what we learn in yoga actually and meditation. And it's about just going with the flow of life. And that's what I love. I've always been somebody very structured, with plans, seeing 3, 6 months ahead. I used to be always in advance in my work, which was great and which helped me with some of my past endeavors. But um, there came a time when I exhausted myself in all this perfect structure of work. And now I'm learning more to, go with the flow. I'm still structured within each work, but in a general way, like my career, if we want. Um, I really enjoy discovering the different fluctuations in each seasons.
Yeah. So regarding the film stuff, do you like have an agent, or how do you
Yeah.
get the roles? Yeah.
So here, how it works, it's pretty much like in the States. That's the only difference is we don't have managers. We only have agents here. Like in the
Okay.
States, you will have, once you start having a big name, you have agent and manager. But here we mostly have agents. So I have an agent. It's not honestly easy to find agents. I was lucky enough when I graduated from theater school to have one. I had many since then. But when I came out, like I told you, it's my friend of mine who's an agent who called me and say, come back. So
Yeah.
for me, it was easy to get an agent. So how it works is she gets the offers of jobs, if you want,
Yeah.
and she submits the names of her talents. And then the castings are the one who find the actors for a production, will say, yes, I want to see Veronique on audition that day, that time. Sometimes you have other contracts or you do other stuff. So you see if you can fix the time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So sometimes you lose even the opportunity to be seen in a movie or to be seen in audition, I mean, because you have other contracts. But this particular film, I was lucky enough. And that's when I say to people, always show up doing your best. Always be polite, always be professional, because you never know who's behind the camera and who's watching you. And see, I was lucky enough for this little mute role. I was cast without an audition. They say we offer this role to Veronique if she wants it. So it was nice, it was flattering. It's a casting agency that's been seeing me a lot in audition in the past few months. And I guess they didn't need to see me knowing that I would probably deliver,
Okay, yeah, that's absolutely great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we do know that Canada does get quite cold. That's what obviously. So obviously they have, like you said, they have certain months where they film and stuff. But you've done a nice balance where you're doing the figure skating, you're doing the films, and then you're doing the art stuff as well. And
Yeah, and I'm lucky enough. I mean, when you look at my schedule, it's full. Like my weeks are full. I don't even see a break until December right now, so it's great. And I think when you're an artist, it's important to open your horizon. I mean, it's not about becoming necessarily a multidisciplinary artist, but the fact of the matter is, like here, for example, in Quebec, we know statistically that only 4% of actors live off of acting only. So it's important to either go get other talents or other jobs, talents developed or other jobs, or accept to be the artist. And what I mean by that is I had a singing coach in LA, and he did a conference one day, and it was the best lesson on earth.
Yeah.
Of course, when we generally start as actors or singers, we see as the ultimate destination stardom, right? Like the big name and rolling and not having to wonder, right, about money and having contracts. But after a few years, he came to the realization that he either had the choice to start finding a job in order to pay his rent, or he said, if I want to be a singer, I'm going to be fully a singer, meaning I'm going to accept every kind of contract, not just that one road of producing a CD, producing music, and then being on stage. And he started embracing teaching. He started embracing doing what we call jingles, those little music and songs we hear behind a commercial, for example. He started embracing doing cruise ships. Anyway, he never lacked money since he decided to do that. And he even bought his own house. I mean, buying a house in LA is a big deal, believe me. Like even a small house is like so expensive. So that stuck to me. So now that's what I'm doing. I am an artist by soul, and I'm going to embrace all the talents. And for my whole life, I was complaining. I was cursing all these talents because I've been raised to choose only one and focus on one. And I was like, why do I have so much passion? And why? Because it's so hard to choose. And I'm focusing here, but I want to go there, but my heart is ripped and I want to stay here. And I decided finally to just embrace and jump in everything. And what it does is that, I mean, I'm proud to say that I can live off all my talents,
Yeah. No, that's a good thing. Obviously, like you said, because obviously Canada, their film is obviously not, obviously with all due respect, obviously it's not as big as obviously Hollywood.
They're not blockbusters and they're not international.
Blockbusters. So obviously you can't live off just one thing. But I like what you've done. Obviously you've already have other stuff which you're doing, which is obviously occupies your schedule, but also it helps you as well, obviously financially. and as well. So it does both things, and it's obviously a passion of yours as well, as like you enjoy doing it on that. But yeah, so you've been an artist. Obviously, you've been painting for quite a while, like you said, and then you've come back into the films area. Uh, is there something which I've missed on the website which you do? Is there hidden
Yeah.
talent there?
Well, if people want to follow, they can go
Yeah,
to my website, veroniquepierre.com, which I'm sure you're going to share with people. And
I
then from there,
absolutely.
they can follow me. Like I use my Instagram right now just for my art. Facebook, they can follow me more as a general artist, and I'm going to share more of my films and movies links to there. I
Okay.
have a great active YouTube channel too, especially because of during the years of yoga. So people can find me there too. And they could always join my newsletter. I would say it's 90%, 70% English, in the sense that I always write first in French, and then there's a quick English translation at the bottom of everything I write. So if they want, they can join also my newsletter. And if ever they're looking into buying art, of course, I do ship internationally, and my
Wow.
prices include the shipping. So because I believe that everybody should be able to own a piece of art,
Yeah.
an original piece of art, you know? So, yeah.
Okay. That's absolutely great. So the main way where people can contact you is Facebook, Instagram. Are these
Or
three
website.
or
Yeah.
your website? These are
Also.
the three ways. Uh, so are you totally grasped with the social media, or are you still? Um,
That's a good question. I was very grasped with social media, I would say 15 years ago. That's actually what helped me build my name in Quebec, because about 15, 20 years ago, it was not huge here yet. So I really created
mm,
my name in yoga with that. But now it's evolving so fast, and I'm starting to be tired. I'm 46 years old. I'm aging in bracket if we want. I'm starting to find it exhausting to follow. It's a lot. So I would say I'm grasping the basics. I'm starting to look into maybe hiring someone to help me eventually. I have a social media slash web coach who I take private coaching with once in a while, when like she gives me some stuff to do, I do it, and then I come back to her. So I have like few things first to look at and correct on my different social redefinitions, social media redefinitions. But yeah, it's something I like though. I find that it also offers you another sense of community.
yeah,
uh, of course, during COVID, it was very helpful to keep in touch with my fans and or my direct clientele. um, and art wise, I love Instagram because it's more about the image than the blah blah, the writing. So
yeah.
also
That's true.
often people with art just have this sudden emotion just as seeing someone, and they don't need to write on anything, you know. And some people sometimes write in private,
That's
oh my
true.
God, I love what you do. But yeah, so I kind of like that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
because
I would say I have a medium good grasp of social media.
because
How about
Facebook,
you?
Facebook is good, but the thing is, yeah, I'm looking to, because I was never really a social media person when it comes to my own personal social media. I'm hardly on there. But so I've never been a social media person. But obviously, with this, with the Talent Spotlight podcast, I've had to be on social media more. But I need to still grasp Instagram, so I need to be more on Instagram. So I am going to be working on that this week, and obviously trying to promote it more on Instagram.
Yeah.
With that, because I think Instagram may get more people excited about the pictures, about the videos.
I yeah. Yeah,
Um,
you
I,
can have
I
like nice pictures of your interviews, and
exactly,
it's very interesting to see how many people start really going more towards Instagram now. So it,
exactly. So I think I probably will go ahead towards more Instagram. Facebook, I'll need to just do a bit more promotion. And obviously, there's the podcasting platform, which you have to be on as well. So, yeah, it's all a bit of a challenge at the moment. But yeah, see how it goes. On there, uh, wow, we have been doing this for 40 minutes, and I couldn't tell. So it's been absolutely great on there. Is there any message you want to send to people? Because I'm going to post this everywhere, obviously, the audio as well as the video. Um, Audio, because obviously then you can go on to Spotify and Apple Podcasts and everywhere else. They don't accept the video version, so it'll go on there as well. Anything you want to say to your fans?
just follow your bliss, follow what elevates your heart, and don't hesitate to, if ever you follow me on one of my platforms and you have questions, please do so. I love uh, answering and being in touch with people. So I'm very approachable that way. So don't hesitate and be happy. Just be happy.
Yeah, absolutely. What a nice message you've sent to them. What time is it down there?
It's right now, probably, if we've been at it for 40 minutes, about 9:40 in the morning. It's
Wow.
what? It's at night, right? It's
No,
nighttime
it's
right now for you?
about 2:41 p.m. at the moment. So
Oh, in the
2:40
afternoon. Okay.
2:41 in the afternoon at the moment. Yeah. Okay, that's fantastic. On that, obviously, it has been a pleasure. Thank you very much for reminding me as well that it is happening today. Veronica, thank you very much for coming on the Talent Spotlight podcast. And obviously, I will forward you the information regarding this when we have posted this on all the platforms on there.
Thank you to
But
you, Rajesh. Thank you very much for having me over.
th thank you very much, Veronica, and enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. And you definitely forward me the link so I can post them out as well for you.
Perfect.
Thank you.